Yeah.
Good morning.
No.
Wait, we had the good morning. Good morning.
I gotta do a better effort. I have to do a better effort. Yeah.
All right, so he processed and opening the door. So they probably gonna most likely start right there. And then he can go and inspect them, then they go back in. Upon the inspection, I want like head to waist, if not waist. So if you all cross there, because obviously working with each other, close, but not
No,
too
no, no,
close.
no. This is the 18.
Right, so not too
Yeah.
close. Give me like a medium, and then if you want to go long, so like when you're running back to get back inside, you could give me like a if you could manage a shot of when he turn around to come in. If I don't know if that would use that. So we'll start here. Captain, he coming down. Right out there, and then back inside.
Rico,
Uh,
I need your help.
Pray,
I need your help.
pray.
I got credit for your help. All right.
No.
No. All right. So the man got a movie that showing on Amazon Prime, Apple TV. First basic movie on Apple TV.
To this. Wow.
First basic movie. Yeah. First basic movie on Apple TV. Right. And I got to market the money, so I'll let you do a story.
Oh, no problem. If you can highlight it, you get on everything. You can highlight it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Just let me know what day you will be available to do the interview so that you can get a highlight for the camera.
Give me your number.
All right, no problem. Hey, walk with some life. Yep. Okay, play. We have 4 minutes to see Dave.
All right. I would give a message.
Once you WhatsApp me, tell me I will follow you and everything, and then we make the arrangement to do the interview and get her learn.
All right. No problem.
That's
Huh?
good.
No problem.
That's good that you actually get it in the Apple agenda.
They on it already.
On the honor.
Yeah. I'm Prime.
Good. God is good.
It's so ironic how it happened. Because I went searching for a different movie and it popped up, and I was like, there it is.
Yeah, then we can get her highlight. I mean, they got reported in there, so to so.
So he come in there for the salute. The inspection probably can happen up there, assuming. I guess that's it.
It's a recipe then.
Unless you want to do exercise outside. But he might do something outside. Oh shoot. I forget to say recording.
Right.
I just do behind the scenes videos, right? You filming?
Oh, go edit it.
That I got you out.
Whatever you want to do, you can do whatever you want to do.
I don't know if you want me to video or not. I don't know. So that way I ask. I forget this was recording. I didn't know you was out here, but they press record from in there.
Police. White police. White police.
I don't remember this was
Record
recording.
yourself for evidence. So it's no for behave.
I was like, no, I record myself filming these things, right?
As of no.
Somebody coming.
I know you're the it. Yes, please. I didn't know you was the it. I didn't even know that. Well. Look a surprise. Surprise.
What's a B-roll? Them out there? I was wondering too.
There's not the green out there.
You can hear the sirens. Shara, you can hear the sirens. You can hear the sirens.
There's not the green out there. They're a darker green.
I can hear the sirens.
Oh.
Colonel Johnson, rifles. What? Whoa! Turn! Left, right, turn! Right, right! Quick! Left, right, 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 left, right. That's on your corner. That's interesting. Ready?
It's all ceremonial.
I know, but it feels like I'm getting just this much.
Why?
I don't know. It just creeps me out.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is a bit too much, but you know.
Yeah. Cadets and sea cadets. Yay. All the army.
Pray! Right! Pray! Sandra! E! You have 2 minutes.
Yes, I used to come out again now.
To the left. We got the door.
Oh, this side here? Because I can't read. It was this side.
It might be over here.
This is probably good behind me. I got shoot. Okay, car coming in. That's where we go to the other side.
You mean over there?
To get he getting out from.
You can get out.
But even if you go there, can still if it on that side behind there, when everybody here, I can still get it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get on further. I can get the car coming in from down there, and then stop in, and then turn and get out. You think?
No, you can do that. They come in okay. That's a pig. That? Right. That? Right.
Cost different thing. Get the car coming from here. We turn. He can get out. If you get out from there or there, we could come from here. Like, kind of body here to block me, right? Well, more than he can get there. We got he here, and then we get he walking across here and go he there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I take my pictures from this way. I think I'm most likely so as soon as she do the inspection, 1, 2, 3.
You inside?
The girl, the fella, the next girl.
Whoa. Oh.
You see the blue Arlene blue?
Uh-huh.
The fella next to she?
Uh-huh.
The girl next to she?
Mm-hmm.
Go on back and say.
I thought something up bug out first right. I was like, whoa, guys, try to move.
And then you put go on back and say, just get them way. So like when you run back over here now, get a shot like here, and then you go to this girl and go back and say, so you can set up for he coming in. But you can come and say that time.
Yeah, don't forget the mic. You going? Press record, but I don't think I can press record. I want to.
Wait, it can't be on this way. Like my turn, yeah.
Oh, you will stay where? Yeah, stay on here. Whatever.
Yeah, you want to go home or you want to go upstairs?
What are you doing?
Doing good, man.
I have one of these, two actually. I never use them.
I never use it too, but I see she using hers. So sometimes I'm using it. It actually very
Helpful.
handy.
I know it tastes useful. Mine is branded. Mine is. I was on a job for one of the UN agencies. For both of them actually. So they gave them to me.
Right! Hold there! Arms!
Good morning, everyone. Please stand for the arrival of His Excellency Lieutenant Colonel, Most Honorable Jeffrey Boston, President of Barbados.
Yeah.
We remain standing for the national anthem. Please remain standing for our invitation.
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we acknowledge you this morning as God and King over this fair land, Barbados. We acknowledge you as the source of our lives and the source from whom all blessings we enjoy do arrive. We thank you for being our guide from ancient times, through the good and through the bad, until this present moment. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for this beautiful nation and for the leaders that you have established to govern and to direct us in your road. We thank you especially this morning for our President, His Excellency Lieutenant Colonel, the Most Honorable Jeffrey Boston. Thank you for elevating this noble man to the place of all. You granted him the health and strength, the vision, the valor, of all citizens. We thank you for this great school, and the many lives that have been transformed in these halls. And now, everyone shared here this morning with our President, truly inspired and challenged us all to make ourselves and our nation proud. Bless these proceedings, we ask, in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Please be seated. His Excellency Lieutenant Colonel Honorable Jeffrey Boston, President of Barbados. Mrs. Kaylin Kelvin Holder, Principal of Parsons College. Dr. Martin Allen, Deputy Principal of Parsons College. Ms. Tanya Whitehall, Representative of the Ministry of Educational Transformation. Mr. Davison Griffith, Special Guest. Distinguished members of staff, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, students. We welcome His Excellency to our distinguished institution here in Crompton Street for this memorable occasion. In this, our 293rd year of existence, we at Parsons College count it a distinct privilege to be host to the head of state of the Republic of Barbados. Sir, your visit here today will be recorded as a significant moment in the life of the school, and it is hoped that our state students and staff members will retain this occasion as an important and defining moment in their school and professional life. At this moment, we invite our principal to come and bring the official word of welcome.
Thank you, Reverend Toppin, Master of Ceremony, His Excellency, Lieutenant Colonel, the Most Honorable Jeffrey Bostic, President of Barbados, Dr. Martin Allen, Deputy Principal, Ms. Tonya Whitehall, Representative of the Ministry of Educational Transformation, Mr. Davison Griffith, Special Guest, distinguished members of staff, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, students, good morning. It is my absolute honor and pleasure to welcome you all to Parsons College. I bring greetings on behalf of the entire Parsons College community of students, teaching and non-teaching staff, the executive and general members of the supportive Parent-Teacher Association, the executive and members of the Old Harrisonian Society, and the erstwhile members of the Board of Management. Not only do I extend a warm welcome to the hallowed halls of this esteemed institution, Parsons College, I congratulate you, Your Excellency, on your recent appointment as President of Barbados. Like many other Barbadians, I journeyed to Kensington Oval to witness your inauguration. While there, I was inspired by the courage with which you shared your story. I was also heartened to hear of the launch of the Chapman Challenge, an initiative which prioritizes youth development. Here at Parsons College, we have been blessed with many talented young people who excel academically and in a wide range of extracurricular activities. We offer over 30 activities ranging from A, with aeronautics and the Animal Welfare Club, to almost Z with our Young Entrepreneur Society, or Young Entrepreneur Society, yes. Through the curriculum and these extracurricular activities, we work to achieve our mission to make all students academically prepared, self-reliant, curious, thoughtful of others, and capable of using their learning towards their own success and for the good of others in our interdependent world. It is recognized that a school is a microcosm of society. Consequently, If we at Harrison College are to achieve our mission, the whole society has a role to play. Your Excellency, your presence here today powerfully reinforces that, and I quote, action expresses priorities, a statement attributed to Mahatma Gandhi. Not only have you launched the Chapman Challenge, which is said to prioritize youth, you are here among the youth, modeling good leadership behaviors for us all. Your Excellency, I take this opportunity to pledge the support of the entire Harrison College community for your work, and to once again say, welcome one, welcome all.
We thank our principal for those warm words. In a few moments, selected students will share with you from their skills and abilities through a brief entertainment package. First on our list will be a presentation by the school orchestra, followed by a solo by O'Shea Stout, and finally a violin solo by Tate Wortley.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to rise the unrivalable cross, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into war for a heavenly cause. And I know if I only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest, and the world would be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable star. And I'll always dream impossible dream, and always reach the unreachable star.
We thank our performers for their presentations.
Yes, you're real.
Ladies and gentlemen and students, at this time we will be honored with an address by His Excellency, the President of Barbados.
Okay, walking up. Okay. I get it.
If I did not know of the success story of Harrison College over the years, sitting there with these impressive boards in front of me brought that to life. And if I thought that it was only in the academic arena, the wonderful renditions that I just heard dispel that. I want to congratulate the orchestra and the performers this morning. They were absolutely magnificent. Well done. I've heard the national anthem played on many occasions over several years. That is one of the best renditions I've ever heard. Well done. Madam Principal, official from the Ministry of Education, it keeps changing, so I don't ever remember the correct term, but you know what I mean. Members of staff, teaching as well as support staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, students of Harrison College, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On the 7th of October, when I was elected president, at first it really did not sink in. It didn't sink in on the 30th of November either. So much so that on the 1st of December, I had planned to do things that Jeffrey Bostic wanted to do. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, I recognized that it was not Jeffrey Bostic anymore. It was the president, and I couldn't do whatever I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it. But from that time, I started to think of what it is that I wanted to do in this office. I made a determination and hence the direction that my speech took that morning on the 30th. That it really was not about the office of the president. That for me was the destination. And I had a strong desire that my focus would have been and would be the journey that I have taken to get where I am. Because I felt that it was the journey that would inspire young Barbadian boys and girls, men and women, to achieve, to aspire, to work hard, to give of your best, and then something good will happen to you. And that is the reason why I'm here this morning. And to be honest with you, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here. Your school obviously has done exceedingly well in all spheres of endeavor. Sports can't beat you. You've done well. Academically, culturally, in everything. And I remember attending 2 of your shows. Was it Mosaic? And I always knew of the talent that Harrison College had in terms of music, but I was bowled over. I didn't really understand the depth of the talent until I saw those 2 presentations. So, well done, Harrison College. So the journey, not the destination. And that's a lesson with all of the students in front of me, because when you graduate from this great institution, you must understand that this also was part of your journey. And that didn't, or you wouldn't get wherever you get in the future without the sacrifice and the hard work of the teachers of this school who supported you, who nurtured you, and who contributed significantly to your development. Never forget it. And even recognize it right now, understanding that they should be respected at all times, because your parents and guardians have entrusted you into their responsibility for several hours every day, Monday to Friday, and sometimes on weekends. And that must count for something. Then on about the 28th of November, a youngster contacted me, told me his name. He was from Chapman Lane in the city. And he wanted to speak to me because he told me that I was an inspiration to him and a lot of the young people in Chapman Lane and the city of Bridgetown. And he sent me something that he wrote about me that literally brought me to tears. That youngster is sitting here today. His name is Davison Griffith. And he is here because he called me when he heard that I was coming here and asked me if he could attend. And I told him, of course. And he wanted to be here because he had said to me before, he always dreamt of attending this school. But he was unable to do so. And he will explain, I'll give him a few minutes to do so. He was unable to do so, but he relished the opportunity to come into this hallowed place and to feel the Harrison College spirit. And I told him absolutely. And I'm saying that because I'm going to come back to that later, because that is going to be my challenge to you. But before we get there, let me say that the Chapman Challenge, which I issued on the 30th of November, really resulted from my own upbringing, my own development. I didn't suddenly arrive. I came from Chapman Lane. And through hard work, dedication, commitment, and everything else, yes, I reached the top, in a sense. And so that, for me, has been a lesson, and I want to share that lesson to impress upon each and every one of you in here today. That no matter what your station in life, no matter where you grow up, where you're growing up, it does not matter. What matters is how you utilize whatever conditions that you are in for your own benefit and for the benefit of your community, your family, and the country. And hence the Chapman Challenge. And it's only called the Chapman Challenge because it is me honoring Chapman Lane. But it does not apply to Chapman Lane only. This is a national call. A national call for us to be able to do something tangible, something practical, to deal with the situation that confronts us today. And that situation has to do with the fact that we have some of our young people, and I want to stress this some because it's not all, perhaps not even the majority, but we have some of our young people who are going in the wrong direction, and that is resulting in some incidents that we really, really do not want to see, but we continue to see. And my belief is that in order to deal with that, we have to start from perhaps primary school. And so I've dedicated myself to visiting all of the primary schools in Barbados and all of the secondary schools to reinforce this message, to inspire and encourage you, and to be an example for you so that you know what it is that is possible in your life. And also to encourage the rest of the country and those of us who've made it in whatever field, that we didn't get there on our own. And we have a duty and a responsibility to help those who are coming to be able to stay on the right path and to achieve whatever it is they want to achieve, as long as it is wholesome. That is my task. And so you're the second secondary school that I'm interacting with, and I call this an interaction because I want to hear from you too. I'll give you a chance to ask questions at the end, and I'll try to answer those questions. So the official name is the Chapman Challenge. The slogan is from the lane to Hillary. And it's a metaphor. The lane is where you are at right now, your circumstances. That is the lane. It might be a level area at this point in time, but your trajectory has to be upwards towards Mount Hillary, which is the highest point in Barbados. And that really is the realization of your true potential and your full potential, and what it requires for you to be able to get there. That's the vision. He's a technical guru, he's just having a bad moment. So it's about leadership, it's about guidance, and all of those things that you see there. And as I said, I use myself as an example because my leadership did not start in the Defense Force. It started back in Chapman Lane, being the president of the club as a youngster. Yours may be in sports, yours may be in entertainment, yours may be in the Boy Scouts, the cadets, it does not matter, prevent. But it starts somewhere. It's nurtured from somewhere. And in order for it to grow, you need some help. And so I am appealing to everyone in this country to help to push this idea. This is the vision statement. And as you can see there, mentorship is going to be a very strong part of it. Because I believe that that is one of the greatest things that is required in our country at this point in time. We have a lot of young people that might be following the wrong path because they don't have the guidance. And I know of several situations where young boys and girls go to school, they have farm level meetings, and no one from the household ever visit or attend to know how the children are doing. And this is where mentorship comes in. I had mentors growing up, And I would like for each and every child who needs someone to guide them, we must be able to do so. And so I am embarking on a project that will see all of the faith-based organizations in this country, churches, the mosques, everybody, just adopting about 5 or 6 youngsters from the community where they are located, and to be able to provide that mentorship, provide people to stand in the gap for them. The same thing for the sporting organizations, because there's mentorship through sports, there's mentorship through culture. If you are a young girl playing netball, you may not have a lot of other things going for you, but you love netball. And that is the area that mentorship can help to shape your life. And that is exactly what we're trying to do. So you can stand by for that. And this challenge is guided by 5 principles. The community as a classroom. The community is very important. That is something that is lacking in Barbados right now, or it's not as it was before. As a product of a village that raised me, I know what I'm telling you about. We cannot perhaps get back exactly to those days. Life changes. But there's some core values associated with that we are going to fight very hard for us to get back to. So a lot of this has to do with building community cohesion and getting things moving along. Discipline before privilege, character, commitment, and consistency. Discipline. You could have everything else and you do not have discipline, you are not going to make it. And discipline starts from yourself, self-discipline. So that you don't have to look around to see if a prefect or a teacher is eyeing you before you push your shirt in and wear the uniform the way you're supposed to wear it. That should come from within, the desire to do it. So discipline is important. Mentorship, as I said before. Next. Service. As president of Barbados, I see this as part of my service to my country. Service to you. That's another reason I'm here. But I can't provide the service that I want or that you may want me to provide if I don't get the chance to interact with you. Hence these visits. It's about service and quality of service. It's not about the position, because you can get into a position and do absolutely nothing but try to benefit yourself. It is about service and the destination through the journey being the most important thing. Without the journey, there is no destination. So there's an operational structure here using the entire island. Tier 1, we're looking for parish councillors and then community councillors. And this is all the work that is going on right now, trying to meet with people and identify people. And this is very, very important because this has to be community-based. The Office of the Presidency will not be managing this. We are putting systems in place so that we have the right people doing this, and we want it to come from the community right up to the top. Those parish councillors will be the eyes and ears of the president. They are the ones responsible for identifying young people who they think need to take this challenge or who can benefit from the challenge. Next. Tier 2 is the support, the anchors. Those are the persons who will provide mentorship and provide support. Those are the ones who will stabilize the situations in your lives if that is required, and to help to keep you from going astray. Those are the anchors. And there'll be volunteers, and we're taking them from all aspects of the society. And it will be a 12-month tour of duty because there are many opportunities out there for young people, don't get me wrong, provided by government, provided by non-governmental organizations, provided by churches, and so on. But what we want to be able to do is to bring this under one umbrella with standards and make it a national effort so that we can impact as many people as possible because that is required. So we have some awards. The Anchor Award for the mentor who provide the strongest stability, for being the rock on which a future was built. And the Hillaby Award for the challenger who demonstrated the greatest climbing, as I would say. And these will be awards not only at the national level, but at the parish level. And those will be presidential awards. But it does not end there. We are seeking to obtain scholarships of all kinds. And I mentioned this at the primary school last week, I think it was. But we already have 3 scholarships from the King's Academy in Jordan, thanks to King Abdullah, who came here for my inauguration. And we will be giving out details on those in due course. But we are also seeking to get other opportunities and scholarships, not only abroad, but right here in Barbados, for persons who are in need. So I'm going to stop it there for now, because I don't want to take up too much time, but I wanted to give you an idea as to what it is that we are aiming to do. I did not want persons to think that it was just a speech on the 30th of November. So many things have been going on. This is a document we are hoping to finalize. We're trying to get everything in order, providing training for those who are mentoring our nation's youth, developing a charter, and also some measuring tools or measurement tools so that we can see over a period of time how we are doing and if it is being effective. So, how does your school fit into the equation? Not everyone here requires this, and that is true in many places. But I do believe that with the achievements of this school and in the areas that, so many clubs, so many activities, I think there's a role for this school. And I'm just going to ask at this time for Davidson come, give you a couple minutes to say to Harrison College exactly why it is that you are here. And I know that you are not afraid.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for giving me this opportunity. I want to acknowledge Madam Principal and Sir Deputy Principal, to the representative for the Ministry of Education. From the Ministry of Education Transformation representative, and the teaching staff here at Harrison College, and you, the student body at Harrison College. It gives me great honor to stand here today because this school was a school I always dreamt of attending. Standing here is a moment I once only imagined. As a young student, I dreamt of attending Harrison College. I admire this school for its excellence, its history, and the bright minds it has shaped. But life took me on a different path. I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and I faced challenges that made my educational journey more difficult than I expected. At that time, coming here felt out of reach. However, time and experience have always refining our perspective. I stand before you today not to dwell on the difficulty of that journey, but to speak to the intellectual resilience it demanded. However, dyslexia did not stop me. Rather, it taught me. It taught me resilience, persistence, and the importance of believing in yourself even when the road is rough. It taught me that success is defined by how determined you are to keep going. Furthermore, to the students gathered here, you are the inheritors of a grand tradition of excellence. But I urge you to remember that true excellence is not found in the absence of struggle, but in the collaboration of your response to it. Your trajectory will not always be linear. You will encounter obstacles that seem to disqualify for your goals. When that happens, understand that your capacity to navigate these setbacks is priceless. What will define your leadership? To conclude, do not be defined by the hurdles you face, but be defined by the creativity you will use to clear them. If my presence here today proves anything, it is that there are many ways of reaching that summit. Trust in your intellect, value your unique perspective, and remain relentless in your own pursuit of your objective. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity. And like the President's slogan said, no surrender, no retreat. And with this Chapman Challenge Program initiative, no surrender, no retreat. And my own slogan, Mr. President, a slogan that helped me in my journey, and I want to share it. I always tell myself, I can rise, I can serve, and I can make a difference, no matter where I come from. Thank you, Harrison College.
Well said, well said. And they brought him here to do that so that you can understand the role that this school can play in helping to develop the minds of some of our young people. With all the skills that you have, for example, if these things are happening, Madam Principal, forgive me, but I do believe, for example, that if you could allow some students, especially primary school students, those preparing for common entrance, from some of the communities around here, to come, let's say, on a Saturday and have some of the students assist them with their work, and also to give them the feeling of being here at Harrison College, I think can do something psychologically positive for them in terms of the future. And that is one way that I think that this school can help. Also, with some of your programs, I mean, honestly, the orchestra was magnificent. If there could be some way of trying to encourage some young people who may not be from this school, again, from within these communities, to come and to learn to play an instrument, I think that would be fantastic. So you see, it is not only about you getting assistance, but the ability that you have as a school, as a body, to be able to assist others. And if I can be impressed, and by the way, I know you know that I'm from Commonwealth, but if I can be impressed by this, at my age, imagine what it would do for some young people to be able to experience this. And that is what I'm asking of you. If it doesn't happen at the level of the school, those of you who live in communities, you know there are challenges and that there are things that perhaps you can do to help, please do that. Please. And that is what I want to share with you this morning. And I hope that something will remain that will help you along your journey. Thank you very much. That is the end of this part of it. But with your permission, ma'am, I would like, if there are a few people who want to ask questions, I will entertain a few. And I'm not going to allow too many people because they know you want to skip class. Okay, well, someone's coming up. Yeah. But whilst we await that person, understand what we're trying to do here in terms of this challenge too. Like I said, there are many programs, so there are many opportunities, but there's a gap between the opportunities and where a lot of our young people are at right now. If we do not fill that gap, if we do not do something to stimulate their mind and to get the discipline instilled in them now, so that when they get there, they can make use of the opportunities, then we are going to be going around in cycles. And even if the current issues we have with the gun player, even if those are resolved, it will come back if we do not do something from now with those who are upcoming. It doesn't have a story happening, yes? We're not forcing them to they're not, then we just close it here. Thank you very much. Someone's coming. Yes, please. Oh, it's good to see you. I'm no more needed. Yes, please.
Mr. President, I think to hear from Watch, I was asking what else would you like to make all this to better the country?
Good question. So, the challenge is only one. This document here, which is still a work in progress, this has a few things that I would like to do. The challenge being one. Another is fitness, exercise. There are too many playing fields in Barbados that are idle on England, and we need to get community exercise going. Community exercise, and I will roll this out in time to come, but this is going to be launched on a parish level, hopefully starting next month, and I'm going to be out there exercising too for the launch, leading by example. So that's one. Another thing when it comes, I have a passion for heritage, and I do believe that we have not maximized the opportunity in relation to Bridgetown and its garrison, that UNESCO heritage. Also, when the Empire Theatre was a theatre and not a cinema, we didn't have a lot of the time that we have now. This orchestra, the National Youth Orchestra, the amount of schools now that have music programs, the work being done by community college. We have people doing ballet and all kinds of dances. This is the right time to have the Empire structure restored as a theatre for performing arts, so that our young people can fly. And that is one of the things that I'm hoping to be able to champion. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. President. My name is Aidan DeLoma, and my question is, how do you believe your path to presidency has changed you as a person?
Good question. It hasn't. When you are grounded in your journey, the destination cannot change you. I remain true to who I am. And in fact, my journey will influence the presidency, not the presidency. The presidency cannot influence my journey. So be grounded, stay focused, remember where you came from, who got you to where you reach, and you'll be fine. Hope I've answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
Goodbye.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning.
My name is Rochelle McCarty. And my question is, how do you plan to include programs and organizations such as the Barbados National Students Council and the programs at the Division of Youth, such as the Barbados National Youth Parliament within your initiative?
Thanks, very, very good question. So, we are not going to cross other people's ground, not at all. So I can tell you, for example, that there were two at Rotary West and others that I have had some discussions with, and the plan is not to reinvent the wheel, but to get everybody on board under one umbrella, so that those things that are happening and that are producing results, we go along with those. And in fact, it is my expectation that once we are able to raise some financial support to do this, that we may be able to assist some of those clubs in what they're doing, because they're doing something positive and down the same lines that we want to go. So we will incorporate, we will not exclude, and we will not reinvent the wheel.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good morning. My name is Trina, and I'm wondering if teenagers can be mentors as well.
Sorry.
If teenagers can be mentors as well.
Yes, definitely. It actually goes from about 14 to 24. 14 to 24.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good morning, sir. My question is, in the past, as a young student of commercial, have you ever been dreaming of becoming a president and stand this year?
Absolutely not. Honestly, never in my wildest dream. In fact, when I was at school, I had one intention, that was to become a teacher. Yes. Because I always felt that I had a gift like God to encourage and inspire, and I felt that was supposed to be my profession. But then the Defence Force started, and it although I still got to use those skills within the Defence Force, and teaching is the same thing. But yes, I wanted to be a teacher. Never had any plans, not even to go into politics or anything of the sort. My only thing was whatever I did, I wanted to do it well, to do it to the best of my ability, and where that took me, so be it.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning.
My name is Sandra. I'm wondering if you have any, when you say you're going to have programs for fitness, would you be willing to have specialized programs for people with special needs such as Down syndrome?
That is a very, very good point. Thanks very much for that. You just gave me an idea. Honestly, I thought of, I know, for example, that we have a number of people in district hospitals in Barbados who are not ill, you know? And I believe that even the elderly, even if they're sitting in a chair, that they can move, they can exercise, but you have just put something else on the agenda, and I really appreciate that.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good
I
morning.
have a question for you. So I know we were talking about helping youth, right? But will you be doing anything to like help the environment, like get youth interested in the environmental action? Because you know I talk about the environment. So my name is Maria Marshall.
Wow. Thank you for that too. Thank you for that. We will look at that, and of course, if we, I don't see why we can't go in that direction, we just have to incorporate the environmentalists into the package to be able to deliver that, highlight that. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. My name is Anna Joyful. I don't, firstly, part two to our question. Where I think we could utilize the vacant fields and rebuilds, or just, we should just like taking up space, draft, all of the, to use as farming.
Okay. You already taxing me here. That is possible, especially if the land is owned by the government. Yes, it's possible. And again, that is something that we can do in collaboration with the 4-H people and so on. But it's an excellent idea, so that we can really have a diverse program. Thanks very much for that. I have a lot of food.
My name is Dr. Bobby, and my question is, I know you said how you're taking preventive measures from young about, the violence and all that stuff, but my question is, system and already being crimes.
Right, so those out of the system, because they have to be very, like I said, I cannot go into other person's territory, and there are organizations and institutions there that deal with certain things. But, I plan to have discussions with the authorities at the Barbados Prison Service, because I believe that some of the persons who are in here can benefit from the Chapman Challenge too. That is where they are right now in prison. They can start to claim the health. And that is definitely part of this program.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You were a place for cyclists and cyclists. They will have to travel overseas and to Australia.
I want to say it in French. Could you please speak a little louder? Permission.
Did you include a place for cyclists to cycle? So they will have to travel overseas to treat them system.
Right. Okay, so, like I said, I cannot and we don't want to, we will never go into other people's spaces, so to speak. And yes, there are organizations within government and outside the government that deal with some of those things, but that part of it is not the purpose of this program and the exercise program. The exercise program really is designed, first of all, to build community cohesion. So when people from the same community are coming together to exercise, that's a good start. And it is also to help us to fight this NCD scourge that is affecting this country in a big way. So we need to get Barbadians moving, and that is what that is about. So what you are asking is something that is valid, but that is something that I will have to channel in a different direction to the authorities. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. President. My
Morning.
name is Ida Marshall. I would like to ask you, would you be able to make any quality of life changes for people in schools, like cooler classrooms or more local things like that?
You want to give me a difficult word, but if I can deflect that to the education officials. No, in all honesty, in terms of cooler classrooms, there's not a lot that can be done, in my opinion, at this time. But, All Scholars Association, the Old Harzonian Society, can make some donations and contributions and funds and different things to make life a little more comfortable. But it's not something that you can deal with. And then not only for you that it is something that can happen with the number of schools that require this. It's going to be a challenge, but I believe that philanthropy, our scholars contributing, and I can say that to you because I was part of a drive at Palmyra. We provided like 40 families, and that was provided by our scholars. All right, thank you very much for your questions. And once again, thanks for having me. It was a joy and a pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
Sure.
And I go away from here with a few excellent ideas that I did not think of. So thank you very much for raising those questions.